That's very
Hello,
funny.
boys. Hello, girls. Hello, non-binary pals. And welcome to the Judgies Place. My name is Josh. I already did this intro once.
Oh, my name is Rick.
And my name is Christian.
And we are the Judgies.
The
Judgies.
Erica, you're Princess Peach.
I'm Princess Peach. Yay.
Christian.
I'm Cat Maid. Meow.
Which, dude.
I mean, also, a couple sizes too small. You can't see my back, but my entire back is exposed.
Yeah. And
Mine too.
your crotch is almost exposed to
My crotch is almost exposed.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's quite scandalous.
But it's scandalous
here.
going down here.
Also, I had to cut the tip of my finger off on these gloves because these gloves will not use my phone. And it's my episode.
Josh,
Thank you.
who the heck are you dressed as?
I am dressed as the one, the only Will Schuester from Glee. That's right. I've got a striped button-down shirt, a vest, a tie, a hat, a hair. Although my hat is not on. That hat is giving Jason Mraz. Anytime I see a fedora like this, I just go, I want to be a billionaire. That's
not
that's
Jason Mraz.
Bruno Mars, but this is the Bruno Mars hat as well. I always sing, I've been spending way too long checking my tongue in the mirror and bending over backwards just to try to see it clearer.
He's checking his tongue in the mirror. I've never paid attention to that line before.
Yeah.
That's a weird line. Why is he checking his tongue in the mirror?
To see if he needs to brush it. Probably.
To brush his tongue. Interesting.
Yeah.
So Twitch chat, I'll be trying to read that as we're going. Christian looks very comfortable, according to Cassandra.
I'm cozy. I'm comfy.
Yeah.
I'm going nuts with these bangs in my eyeballs.
I do feel like the outfit fits me on a spiritual level.
You look good in it.
Yeah.
Really?
You really do look good in it.
Baby, do ya?
Oh my.
The cat maid outfit stays on.
It stays on.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. I thought I was getting rid of it after this recording. Unfortunate, it's to stay in the wardrobe.
Jason Mraz tongue lore drop. Also with this episode, what was I going to say? Oh,
I don't know.
If you aren't available to watch the whole thing live right now, it will be posted on Monday. This is the episode that's going to come out in
July
2 days from now.
29th.
Yeah, so and also immediately after this, we are going to record an extra long Patreon episode.
Weekly bonus episode.
Which will also be live on Monday. It will not be live streamed because that defeats the whole point of pay-gated content.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't just jibber jabber on this podcast. We also open up mail on this podcast. That's right. P.O. Box 58, Ottawa, Illinois, 61350. We got a note that says, "Hello.
Hi.
Hit the please, please, please button.
Please, 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 please.
Read this on the pod." I'm trying so hard to not show this on the show. Read this on the pod. Me and my twin are graduating. I wanted to send you a card as a thank you. We both listen and love the podcast. You guys get us through our college classes. Barely, it sounds like. And workouts. Love the pod. Pisses and kisses. Use our name so I can show her. Sorry I didn't put it at the top.
And I
don't want to show this on the show, but congratulations to Chloe and Cassidy Ann.
Love that. Yay.
And it is a very cool, keep it down low, but a very cool graduation. They are twins, if the note didn't mention that. And yeah, it's a very cool thing. So thank you, Cassidy and Marie. Chloe and Cassidy Ann is what I said. We all heard it. Now, Erica, if you look to your left, there is a package as well.
It's crazy that there's just 4 pictures of you.
Absolutely.
What state is this in?
Disarray.
Absolutely got their ass.
This is a very cool thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to put it over here.
There is a package. Yeah.
Okay.
And this is from the one, the only, the lore lord Teo himself.
I'm so glad that we're friends, and it's sushi. Hey, Judgies. Sorry, this is a joke for Josh, but maybe he'll share. Love you, Teo.
You didn't like that very much.
I didn't. Teo.
You son of a bitch.
Shake it. Can we hear what it sounds like?
Legos! It's Legos!
Oh.
It's for you.
Oh. What do we got here? Glee natural chewing gum?
That's crazy.
That is crazy. Glee branded. It's not actually Glee. It's a different brand.
Can you turn that up a little bit?
And I let
What
people hear
the
it. We were afraid it's
heck?
gonna be too loud for chat. How's chat feeling about the soundboard volume? Way louder?
They look like little cigarette packages.
Okay, that's sick. I'm on board
It
now.
even has the little thin gold
Ooh.
wrapper line that you peel off. These are sick as hell. Wait. Are these candy cigarettes? Is that
No way.
I do have to say, Teo, that the last two things that you've sent in have been for Josh.
no?
Well, the last one had a hat, and I've worn the hat multiple times.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have been for Josh and Christian, and
Wait, you guys can't hear the soundboard? One more time. Give me a fucking soundboard, please.
that's great.
Maybe a little louder on that. Anything else, and any other notes?
Shut the fuck up, Josh! Shut the fuck up, Josh! Shut the fuck up!
That's
We
how I'm feeling.
thought about that
Don't
note.
just troubleshoot on this podcast. We also podcast on this podcast, and what that entails is us going online and finding silly little stories. And sometimes Princess Peach herself does that.
Hello.
Okay, you really did no research.
Hello.
That's just not. This isn't how Princess Peach waves.
How does Princess Peach wave? That's a princess wave.
She ain't a English princess.
Okay.
She's a Koopa Land princess.
I don't know what that means. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, with the wand?
Yep.
Okay.
Let's get a clean one.
Let's get a clean one.
Hello.
Okay, yeah. And now can you do a daisy?
Is it the same? Hello.
Perfect. Well, you should be wearing an orange dress if we're being for real. But yeah.
It's yellow with orange accents.
So you know Daisy lore.
Well, she's always the one that I pick. I pick Daisy over Peach in any games because she wears a yellow dress, and yellow dress is my favorite. And she's got brown hair, and I have brown hair. So,
Interesting.
really,
It's cra-
chat should have picked me to be Daisy.
You could have voiced this opinion.
Well, yeah,
You are the princess of the pod.
that is true.
Yeah.
That is true.
That is so true, actually.
So
So crazy.
yeah.
Oh, do you want me to start?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Guess what time it is?
420?
Time? Smoke it if you got it.
Hello. We're going to demonetize now.
Fuck.
Hello, longtime listener of your pod, one of your biggest fans. Your Taylor Swift take ages ago validated me immensely amongst your other takes. I wanted to specifically send this Am I the Asshole post to you because I think your perspective as both a mama and a pet owner / lover would be great to hear from. Sends link, and then I am not going to read that last bit, but this is from Justina.
How the hell does she know about your love life?
My love for
She said
animals.
okay.
Your love, for animals,
I only
She
have
just said
3
you're a
animals.
lover.
What about this guy?
I mean, he is a little cat today.
Oh,
No.
meow.
Inside me are 2 dogs. They're both cat maids.
Okay. Am I the asshole for not changing my cat's name? So I recently adopted a wonderful sweetie of a shelter cat named Millie. That's the name that the shelter gave her.
Bobby Brown.
I thought it... Have I read this already?
Maybe.
No.
Millie Alcock.
I don't know who that is.
Rainier the Younger in House of Dragons.
That's the name that the shelter gave her. I thought it suited her, and she responds to it, so I didn't change it. The other week, my pregnant cousin, Carrie, who I'm moderately close to, posted a list of potential baby names on her social media. That's a wild choice to make.
Yeah.
Anywho, and Millie was on the list. I commented to remind her of my cat's name, and she DM'd me to ask me to change Millie's name because she and her fiance really liked that for their daughter.
Well, then why'd you have the rest of the list out there?
I refused because my cat had her name first, and Carrie called me selfish for valuing a stupid cat over her daughter.
I don't know. That's crazy to be like, hey, you got to change Spike's name. I really want to name my son Spike.
Also, a cousin, correct?
Yes.
Ugh.
That she's moderately close to.
No, that's not close enough in the bloodline for me to care about this.
I told her that my cat is not stupid and that I wouldn't mind if her baby shared a name with my cat. But if it was an issue for her, she could choose a different name.
I mean,
She again called me selfish and said she had to go.
Wow.
I was feeling a bit conflicted, so I went to my sister, a mother herself, so I hoped she'd offer some perspective. And she said that she understands where I'm coming from, but that babies should really come before pets.
Wait, is this a Reddit story?
Yes.
No.
She said that it would be really kind of me to change my cat's name and that she knows how important a couple's dream name is. Now I'm feeling more confused than ever.
were you confused because it's on Reddit and you're like, oh, obviously they're going to take the cat side in this?
No.
Okay. I was.
I just remembered the listener saying how you're a mom and a cat lover, and I was like, oh. So I thought it might have been a listener story, but it wasn't.
Nope. It's a Reddit story. The number one comment says, not the asshole. Two beings can have the same name and the universe will not implode. Keep your cat's name.
Wait, so this is a Facebook post?
No.
Reddit.
It's a Reddit.
No.
They put a post on Facebook.
And the person commented on it?
Yes, and then they DM'd each other.
Oh, okay. I guess.
The rest of the conversation.
That's crazy. This is insane.
Yeah.
How many names do you think were on the list? Did they say anywhere? Like, if there's 3 names and you're like, oh my God, actually, that's my cat's name. It's like,
It just says a list of potential baby names.
I mean, Millie, because normally Millie is short for something, yeah? Normally short for like Millicent.
Like Millicent.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be.
Millie.
what?
A Millie.
There's a million other names out there.
Yeah. This kind of came up a little bit before we knew we were having a boy, because we had a list of potential girl names, list of potential boy names, and Christian's grandma's name was Loretta, and she went by Etta. Well, no, she went by Loretta, but I was like, oh, that'd be cute. We could name her Loretta, like if we had a girl, and we'd just call her Etta. Well, my grandma's dog's name is Etta, so, and Etta Blue, the dog, is kind of old.
Okay.
So she's had her for a really long time.
Okay.
And I was
So
like,
she can't just change. We asked her if she could change the name.
You guys asked if she could change the
well, my
dog's
grandma
name?
did say, like, oh, it's potential names. And I was telling her, and she's like, that's my dog's name. I was like, yeah, I know. And she's like,
Just
it will
so
always
you know.
be a dog's name to me. And I was like,
The
Yeah.
name Loretta will be a dog's name?
no, Etta. The dog's name is Etta Blue.
Oh.
She's a, like, grayish colored, almost kind of looks blue in some ways.
Yeah.
She's a skipper key.
But why? What is Etta in that context? Why Etta?
It's
As a nickname
short
for-
for Loretta.
The dog.
No, the
Etta's
dog's
just
name
the
is
dog's name.
Etta.
But why is that there?
Because a nickname for our daughter that we would name Loretta is Etta.
But why is the dog named Etta in the first place?
That's what she came with from the shelter.
Insane.
Yeah. That is an insane name.
I'm not criticizing your usage of the name Etta. I'm just trying to figure out where Etta Blue came from.
Well,
Because if Etta in the dog sense was short for Loretta, it's kind of crazy to think that Loretta is a dog's name. There's a lot of
I didn't
famous
think it'd be a
Loretta.
dog's name.
No, but like explicitly a dog's name. That's like saying, like, we had a dog at the shelter when I worked there that came in and they named it Jimmy Fallon. And that's like someone getting upset at James Fallon because it's like, that's a dog's name, mister. It's like, no,
Okay, yeah,
Jimmy
that's
is
fair.
actually a human name
Yeah.
that they gave to a dog.
I am glad that we figured this out here, because I was confused as to why you were so confused.
Yeah. I'm
And I
just
was
figuring
like,
out where the dog Etta came from. Because that's a not word.
Yeah.
Etta is like, what, short for edible blue? Like, what are we doing here?
That's disturbing. She's very cute, though.
I just don't get it. It would be one thing if, I don't know, I don't understand this. Aurora has a brother and a cousin with the same name. So it's like,
That's a little crazy. First cousin?
yeah.
That's a age gap?
Was it
What's
a
the age
family
gap?
name to begin with?
Aurora, was it a family name? I don't think so. Maybe. Actually, I think so. Maybe.
Because, like, in my family, everybody's middle name is Rose.
But like, it's just so not, you're not going to get a dog or a cat in this case, a cat and a human confused, you know?
Yeah.
If they're both named Millie, it's not like my dog's name is Molly. That is a human name.
Yeah.
that
Well,
we-
all of our animals are human
yeah,
names.
sure. George.
Willard.
Yeah. Well, Willard's less
Maxine.
common, I guess. Yeah. Max.
We personally know a man named Willard.
We?
Yeah.
Yes.
Went to high school with him. He's in my grade.
Does he go by Willard?
No, he goes by Will.
I had no idea that guy's name was Willard.
Yeah.
But my point is being that like, I obviously some listeners are like, it sounds so weird when you say Molly because my name's Molly, but like, nobody in my real life has been like, oh yeah, so I was taking Molly for a walk and like you took a human for a walk.
Yeah, no.
They're like, I used context clues to understand you were talking about the dog.
I mean, I don't know. I get it to an extent too because a lot of people name their dog Toby, and that's my sister's name.
Yeah, that's a pretty common dog name.
Show him how good you mind, Toby. Who's seen that video? Hey, Chad, who's seen Show him how well you mind, Toby? And then it's a dog taking a shit on the beach and then rolling in it. Anybody here watch the video of how well Toby minds being called?
I think so. That sounds relatively familiar. Chat was rustling and bustling, and then you asked that question, and they died out.
Oh, that sucks to hear. That
everyone's like, "What the hell is this person talking about?"
That sucks to hear a lot. Actually.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Chat is pretty much saying what we're saying, which is this is so unserious, such an unserious story. Like, why are people upset about it?
Oh no, Christian, zoom and enhance for me, please.
Aurora says it's not a family name, by the way. Her aunt called her mom and asked if it was okay, and her mom was okay with it. If anybody cares.
Age gap, though. I'm still curious about the age gap.
Okay, I actually need you to...
I want to say about 8 years, maybe. 8 years sounds about right.
Thanks.
So there's like a good gap.
There's a big enough gap, I feel like.
I don't know, but yeah.
Okay, now zoom in on that one.
13 years. 13 years, according to Aurora. And they are spelled differently.
Less. Good. Thank you very much. This is sent to me by Megan.
The Stallion?
Yes. Found this horrible story, thought of you, and thought you might be interested. Are you ready?
Yes.
This is from r/am I the asshole, all written out. Not AITH.
Wow.
Is that a
whoop? Whoop? That's crazy. Why are we making more Splinter Cell fucking asshole subreddits?
Am I the asshole for not feeding my obese niece?
Liam Neeson?
I just hate that obese and niece rhyme, and they're right next to each other in this.
Liam Neeson?
Sentence.
Liam Neeson's Nissan? Liam Neeson's Nissan is Nissan and Nissan?
Shut up.
Okay. Have you seen that video?
Yeah.
Shush. Shush.
Liam Neeson's abuses.
I, 32 female, was hosting a family gathering a few days ago with my sisters and our families. One of my sisters, 36 female, basically allows her daughter, 8 female, to eat whatever she wants to, even though my niece is extremely overweight and nearly 70 pounds.
I don't know.
As an 8-year-old.
Is that a lot?
No.
I also don't know if that's a lot or not.
I really don't think so.
I feel like 10 pounds per year makes sense around that age.
I don't know.
I feel like that makes
only
sense.
2, so I don't know that part of the growth chart.
The logic tracks on that.
But like it also like 20 at 2 doesn't make sense. And like it definitely falls off towards the end, but people are saying it's within the average.
Well, I'm 30 and I'm pretend so I'm 300. That's about
right. Yeah.
No, it tracks.
For lunch, I cooked a healthy meal of chicken and salad, and everyone got a small slice of sponge cake for dessert.
I do have to say, you're having people over and you made chicken and salad and then a sponge cake. Do you hate your guest?
Well, maybe it's a really good chicken and a really good salad and a really good sponge cake.
You're giving them a lot of faith here.
Well, they sound like a super nice person, so I bet they cook great too.
Yeah.
My niece asked for a second slice and I declined. I care about my niece's health, but I don't want to single her out, so I said I was saving it for later.
Did she also specify a small piece of sponge cake?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's weird. Did not just... Who's giving out...
She only made an 8x8 pan, and there's like 10 people there, so you have to cut it in
comes
small.
into 9
and
pieces.
If you don't stop the niece, she's going to 8x8 that whole thing.
Boo.
It sucks that I took off. I think that's really good, Josh, because...
That's crazy.
Boo.
Yes, skin taken off the
I
chicken.
wish that I could use this wand to scroll my phone. That would be so fun. Now you've made me lose my plane.
That's my fault.
Afterwards, while the kids were playing in
Thank
the
you for
living
admitting
room,
that.
my daughter, 7 female, oh my God. My daughter, 7 female, and her other cousins, 11 female and 6 male, came up to me one after another asking for a second slice of cake. I didn't want the cake to go to waste, so I agreed to give them another slice if they agreed to not tell their cousin.
That's crazy.
Oh.
Eventually,
What the fuck?
my niece found out and started crying.
Yeah.
And my sister was mad with me for punishing her niece.
Yeah.
I told her that we wouldn't be in this position if she had actually taken care of her child, which made her furious, and she's been ignoring me since then. So am I the asshole?
Wow. Yes, 100%. First of all, you're not the parent. You don't get to choose
Correct.
What they
what
eat.
they eat and what they don't eat.
Yeah. What a piece of shit.
And someone's weight doesn't always indicate their health.
Very accurate.
So
I'm extremely healthy.
Also, I feel like one extra piece of cake. I'm more concerned about a kid having too much sugar and being like a fucking menace than I am like, oh, what if they have an extra 100 calories?
Yeah. Especially because, like, I mean, they're kids. They're going to run around and do shit.
Yeah. It
They're
comes
gonna-
out in the wash.
They're going to burn more calories than an adult. And it's one thing to, like, put your fucking foot in the sand and be like, no, you don't get an extra piece. And also nobody gets another piece.
Yeah.
But then to give it to other people.
yeah.
And to tell children to keep a secret.
Hey, 6-year-old,
Yeah.
don't tell anybody about this.
That is wild.
Yep.
It's almost like, I mean, this won't come out for a couple weeks for you guys, but we just read a story on the bonus episode where a daughter who was 16 got told that her sister wasn't her biological, well, they had different dads. And they just like said, okay, bye. And they let a 16-year-old have to live with that information
Yeah.
and then didn't tell the other sister. And it's like, why are we allowing children to like have things that they probably cannot process or understand?
Carry a burden.
Yeah, that's not good.
Correct.
Turns out some parents just aren't great.
Wow.
That's a revelation, really.
Well, but like,
Profound.
she's not even a parent. She's a freaking
And
aunt.
She is a parent on her
Well,
own.
right.
because she gave it to her own kid, which that's what would piss me off more, honestly.
Yeah.
Is the fact like, oh, you can give it to your kid, but you're worried about my fucking kid.
This is an almond aunt.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
I mean, yeah, this just sucks. I mean, regardless of the kids' weight, just fucking give them cake. They're children.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I do think this as someone who doesn't have kids, so I'm sure you guys could enlighten me a little bit. I do just like think about like, how do you know what to feed a 7-year-old? Like, I'll just be walking my dog and I'll just think that sometimes where I'm like, because like, I mean, are we calorie counting for a child? Are we baking that into, because my parents didn't do that. It's like, are we baking that into our like grocery bill? Like how many calories we're buying versus
Yeah.
like, is a kid going to know when they're full or hungry? Like trying to describe that.
I definitely felt that way more with Olsen, like when he was like 1 and he was like starting to like let you know when he wanted food. Because I would just be like, what's going on? Are you hungry? What? And it's just like, now it's like, now he's 2 and he is just like, he'll let you know when he's hungry.
Yeah, but he's also goes through like phases where he devours every single thing you put in front of him and asks for more, or drinks 7 glasses of milk in a day,
And then has,
has
a single
nothing.
bite.
or will eat like a handful of pretzels for breakfast and that's it.
Yeah. Crazy. Kids are wild.
Kids
Yeah.
are fucking wild, and it stresses me out.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't feel like I should be letting you have this, but you won't eat anything else.
Well, and this is what's
So-
great about dogs is you just look on the back of a package and you're like, okay.
Yeah.
Imagine if your kid's food came in like just a box of kibble, and you're just like, okay, yeah, 2.5 cups every day. Okay, sick.
I would hate that.
I would have kids if that were the case.
I don't believe you.
We're a silent family, so we're pretty close to it.
Factor kit for kids.
That's what I'm saying.
Hello, fresh kids.
This one was sent to me from L on Instagram.
Spell it.
ELLE.
Whoa. Okay.
Enchanted.
No, that's Ella.
No. What's the name of the princess in Enchanted?
Ella.
Ella.
No, that's Ella Enchanted.
Correct.
Are they both Ella?
Oh, I don't know.
There's the movie Enchanted,
Yeah.
and then there's the movie Ella Enchanted.
Okay.
So I'm asking Elle
I've never seen
I'm
the movie
asking
Enchanted.
Enchanted.
Is that the one with the hair?
James Marsden.
Is that
That's Is that Enchanted?
Giselle? Is it Giselle?
Dude, I have no idea.
Is that the frog one? That's the princess and the...
No. It's a live action.
Tiana.
It's a live action movie where a gal who is a
Flynn
princess-
Rider?
No,
That's Rapunzel.
Rapunzel.
Well, the movie's called Tangled.
Yeah.
That's what the movie I was thinking of.
No, Enchanted is a live action movie.
Oh.
It's Giselle is the princess's name.
Okay.
Which
I
is
could've
kind of
never told you that.
Giselle. L.
Oh. You just
Okay.
dropped
You know
the
what?
jizz.
I see where you got it from.
Yeah.
then.
How about that?
I know it's not ladylike to sit crisscross in a dress, but your girl's got to get comfy.
They're going to see your peach.
Oh my God.
It's Amy Adams. Is the actress.
Oh, yeah.
James Marsden is Prince Charming.
Can I read?
Yeah, I'm just killing time while you're trying to not show off your cooch.
Isn't that the name of the realm I come from?
The Cooch Kingdom. Coocha Troop.
I've had this story up and ready to go for a minute. And
Yeah, it's my fault.
okay. Yeah, you know what? You
Hey.
admit it.
Hey. I don't like the hostility right now.
Okay. Well, you're not going to like this story then.
Fuck. I think I might love the story.
r/dating_ advice.
I think that's
We've
what it
read.
normally is.
Yeah.
Oh, dating advice.
Well,
We normally do relationship advice.
That's what I'm saying.
Interesting.
So I feel like that should be a whoop.
I'll look it up,
Personally.
actually. How about that?
pull that shit up, Jamie. You read your story?
It's Mr. Schuster to you.
Pull that shit up, Mr. Schuster.
What's his first name?
Will?
Will. I knew that.
Short for Willard?
Is that canon?
I don't think so. It's William Schuster.
Is canning vegetables a turnoff?
Depends on the vegetable. It entirely depends on the vegetable.
I was on
Fucking question.
I was on a second date with a guy last night. It went well, and I invited him back to my apartment for a drink. I live alone, for context.
Flex.
I was raised in the Midwest, and my dad was a farmer. I live on the East Coast now, so maybe this is weird out here, but I can some of my vegetables. Not all of them, but some of them. I grew up doing this. It helps preserve their freshness and nutrients. I didn't know that this was weird, but this guy thought it was really odd. He came in, used the bathroom, and then came back into the kitchen and saw my canned vegetables. Then I opened the freezer for ice, and I had properly stored frozen vegetables in the fridge. Well, which is it, the fridge or the freezer?
I hate to tell you this.
It's
They're
not a
often
whoop.
The same thing. They are. It's also not a whoop.
Oh, boo.
We had 3 of them in season 3. So
Yeah, that sounds right. Can the listeners hear the jangle when I turn my head?
Thanks.
I can.
I can.
I'm a listener.
He freaked out. He mentioned that canning and freezing vegetables like that is weird and he'd never seen it before. I explained how I did it and that I grew up a farmer's kid and that's normal. He asked me if I washed them first and all these questions. I told him the whole process of washing and then canning the vegetables I get from the farmer's market. After I mentioned that I go to the farmer's market, he asked if I worked. He already knew that I have a full-time job in IT because we talked about it. He seemed shocked I would shop at a farmer's market if I can afford a grocery store. What?
Well, I guess they said this was Midwest, right? Because some farmers markets are more expensive depending
yeah.
on where you are.
I feel like a lot of them are, if I'm being for real, for real.
It's a lot of candor you're bringing.
It's a lot of candor I'm bringing to the pod, and I'm being for real, for real.
I shop at Aldi. I shop at Giant Foods. I just so happen to also get some produce from local farmers markets because I like to support local farmers. Some of that produce I can. Some I eat fresh. Long story short, he said he could never date someone that has to can their own food. I politely
to.
told him that he could leave then. I definitely dodged a bullet because I will can my food regardless of my income. But why is this such a turnoff? Is it an East Coast thing?
I think he's just a weirdo.
Yeah, a total weirdo.
He has to be, if he's in the IT world, he has to see it as like a class thing of being like, oh, so you're poor, you can
You
your
do
own
it your
food?
own your own self
That's
instead
so,
of paying someone else to do it or just buying it.
especially because like, I feel like on the East Coast, like home gardening is pretty common. I feel like I see a lot of people who live in New York or like Boston in their apartments do like small little things.
Window gardens.
Yeah. I feel like that's pretty common. This guy's just very, very strange.
Yeah, the top comment here is it's not a turnoff. He's just a fucking idiot.
Yeah. Yeah. Which, I mean, it might be a turnoff for him, but it's because he's stupid as shit.
Yeah.
Dumb as a box of rocks. Actually, that gives a little bit of... I don't want to speak ill of a box of rocks, actually.
He's a total fucking moron.
Yeah, he really
Ouch.
is.
You guys are being.
He's. I mean, just to be so innately classist, because like,
Yeah.
even the way he said, like, I wouldn't date somebody who has to do it.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Or
The
it's
fact
like-
that he says has to do it.
Like, again, it's not even necessarily like gonna save you that much money. And even if it does, like, she's saying she's not doing it for that reason. She just likes doing it.
I do truly want to know what she cans, because I guess in my head, even when you say I can vegetables, I go, oh, you just turn it into pickles. You're just pickling shit.
Oh.
But I'm sure she's probably not. And if you are just pickling shit, I might start leaning towards this guy's side.
Yeah.
Call me crazy.
If you're pickling, like,
If you got like 18 different kinds of pickles going on in your fridge,
yeah,
hey, maybe count me out.
you head over and they got like pickled carrots, pickled beets, pickled onions,
Yeah.
pickled pickles.
Not everything needs to be pickled.
Yeah, although pickled onions are good.
Well, here's the other problem. Anything I've tried pickled, it's pretty good. But if you have too many, now you're a little freaky.
Pickled tomatoes.
Have I read a story titled, Am I the asshole for not getting tattoo removal procedure to remove my child's dead name from my body?
No.
No, but we'll read that after the break. Bye.
Bye.
And welcome back on this side of the break, folks. Here we are.
I don't have a circle George.
I do.
Okay, and I don't have a listener submitted story or sound.
Christian's got that for you.
Cool.
This is what you miss,
hoping.
folks. This is the live experience. Teo says, looking at the 40 pounds of peaches I just canned with my mom.
How do you can peaches? Is it just in water, or is it just so many peaches in a can that there's no air?
Ask Zero Zeroni.
Madam, or otherwise? Oh,
Otherwise,
her great
grandchildren.
He's doing fine. Smoosh.
Sploosh?
Is that what it's called?
Yeah. That's right, folks, because on this side of the podcast, we do a little thing we like to call a circle George. Christian, hit that button.
Circle George. What the hell? It's the Circle George.
And we're going to do a live voting process
Ooh.
of tweets that should have banged, folks.
Boo.
Listener submitted tweets that should have bung. So I'm going to read off a tweet that should have bunged as sent in by our listeners. Y'all type a 1 in chat if it should have bunged, which means you liked it.
Okay.
A 2 in chat if you think it stinks and it actually was God's way of saying, hey, stop writing tweets.
Hey, don't quit your day job.
All right. And it's just going to be my blind ass trying to gauge how many 1s and 2s are in chat.
I think even with a blind ass, you'll be able to like tell the shape.
True. Hello, Judgies. You can say my name and Twitter handle. My name is Jaden. She, her. Girls with androgynous names rise up. And I've been listening to the
Rise up.
podcast for about 3 years. You guys are essential to my Mondays, and I love you all for it. On to the tweets. First tweet is me having an existential crisis. I don't know if we need a backstory on each tweet. I don't know if we need a backstory on each tweet.
You don't need to. Because here's the thing about tweets. They live in the context of
That's right.
what they are and everything that comes before, right?
That's very true. Yeah. First tweet is me having an existential crisis over Vin Diesel's real name. Second
It's not
tweet,
Vin Diesel.
I just can't spell. It's actually Vin Ethanol, and he will change it to seem more badass.
I would be all right with that, honestly. Even if it was Vincent Diesel, I'm okay with it.
Okay, first tweet here sent as an image for some reason. I do fear that they were sent in order, not in order. So this is not about Vin Diesel, but it's an image that says balls. It's what's for dinner, and it's meatballs on a plate. Chad, I don't know if you can see it, but it's just meatballs on a plate. That's from @JujuJaden. One's in chat if you think that should have banged. It did get 7 likes
Okay.
and a repost. We're starting off hot with ones.
It's a no from me, dog.
Yeah, it's a no for me as well. The 2 army is coming in now. Yeah, it's unfortunately a lot of 2s.
Yeah, it's not the great. It's not hitting the hardest in the world.
The next,
There was something there. There was potential. We should let it cook. You should have cooked it all the way before just taking a picture of the
a
bag.
lot of 2s.
The frozen bag.
No pick would have made it better, I guess, but then you don't have the context of the meatballs. Oh, I guess tweeting balls, it's what's for dinner is funnier to me than seeing meatballs on a plate. You were on board, Erica, with balls, it's what for dinner.
I was. I'm not going to lie. I did
This next one, 3 likes.
enjoy that.
Vin Diesel's real name is Mark Sinclair. Mark? You're telling me Mark drives fast cars? Mark is not doing donuts. He's selling insurance.
That's true.
Yeah.
A little too much for a tweet.
Yeah.
Unless it's a thread.
Nope. Tweet.
A little too much for a tweet. This is why we have character limits. I
Yeah.
can't believe we didn't hit 140. Are they Twitter blue?
They're not Twitter.
Okay. That's crazy. No spaces? How'd they get past the character limit?
I'm seeing a wave of 2s in chat.
no.
Jaden, I'm very sorry. This one's very funny. 3 likes. I don't want to like bias. chat.
Okay.
Don't ask me to spell bureaucracy out loud.
Dude.
And
Yeah.
look at the spelling on bureaucracy. I'll spell it in chat here.
I do fear that one day.
This is amazing. I'm gonna spell it in chat. Withhold your. I actually, you know what's really funny is I almost spelled it just off of
correct
looking
way?
at it. No, like just looking at it a second, I just sounded it out how and you would incorrectly spell it, and I spelled it. Yeah, a lot of ones. They didn't even need to see the spelling. That's a great tweet.
That one's so relatable.
Yeah, that
Because there
one's
are
pretty
just
funny.
certain words out there where it is just like, fuck, how.
And it's almost a little meta with like bureaucracy, paperwork,
Yes.
dogging stuff down.
I'm going to need you to spell it for
Oh, sure.
the future listeners.
Thank you very much. That is BEURACRACIE.
Which is incorrect.
Bureaucracy. No, that sounds right.
The thing is, language is meant to portray like ideas, and I understood what they were trying to say.
Yeah.
You know. And the last one, 4 likes on this bad boy. One's in chat if you think it should have banged, and 2s if you think it stinks. Sorry, I can't hang out. I'm having me time. Parentheses, reflecting on all the misogynistic experiences I've endured.
That one's realistic.
I mean, I don't think it should have banged per se,
Yeah.
but it is relatable.
Yeah, pretty mixed chat. I think
We were going up, and then we hit with a little too real and a little too over home plate to where it brought it down. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And speaking of misogyny, this one's from Caleb. If Taylor Swift was going to release a double album, the least she could have done was copy Notorious B.I.G. and release it posthumously.
Damn.
Yeah.
I have no opinions on this because we got Taylor Swift shooters in the chat, I'm sure.
How many T-Swizzle shooters we got in the chat here? Ones are rolling in.
Okay. Hey. I got no opinion on it, but I'm glad to hear a numbers coming in.
Wow, a lot of ones. Where Taylor Swift, where are your shooters at? Here they are. I just don't think it's a very funny tweet. Sorry,
Not only
Caleb.
was it not very funny, it was very wordy.
That's true.
I stopped paying attention halfway through.
Yeah. That's very true.
So it's a no from me.
Posthumous question mark, that means after they've died.
Except for it's not humorous.
I was going to say,
Isn't it posthumous?
no way. No way. No way.
I have to look it up.
Erica, you're going to.
Oh, it's posthumous? Posthumous?
Posthumous.
They did spell posthumous. Can I Caleb, this one's on you, bud. Let me double
Are we
check.
sure it can't be both ways?
It's posthumously. Hey, I've always read it as posthumously.
Yeah, I would too.
That's really funny.
This one's on me.
Biopic. We're having a real biopic bioptic situation right now.
Fuck.
Biopic. I forgot about that. That was so funny.
Okay. The next one. This is someone's reply to one of my tweets.
Oh, boy.
So this is a reply that should have banged.
What was your tweet first?
My tweet was this was, for everybody understands, this is the day that we had our solar eclipse.
Okay.
I said, this isn't even my first midday blackout this year. Just a little glimpse into my dark and fucked up life. Parentheses, you can only have a glimpse though. Look too long and it'll hurt your simple little mind. And boy, is that a good fucking tweet.
That's funny.
48 likes, 4 replies. Got the people.
It's okay. It's got some movement behind it.
A lot of ones in chat. No 2s. Nobody's sending any 2s. No 2s. No 2s at all. I'm not lying. And we have a reply here. What if I use Eclipse glasses?
It was topical. That gives more humor to it. Right now, we're looking at it from a context
It's
of...
not humor, it's humus.
Hey, I think we're getting the pity ones in here. I think we're getting a lot of pity
I think that was a pity one. I don't think that one bung.
Too scientifically inaccurate. Oh my God. We got shooters for science in here.
Love that.
The next one. This is from, great name. I wish I could say it full. I think I've said that about your name specifically before because you're an off submitter. Hiya, Judgies. Feel free to say my name /Twitter at I'm Mick. And I've wanted to send some tweets of mine I think should have bong. Inspired by the recent episode 210, Love You Silly Geeses. We did a tweets I should have banged 210?
Hello, Molly.
That seems way too recent. I think that, whatever. We've already read this one, actually. That's why it sounded so familiar. So sorry, Mick. You double sent.
Life together here.
No, Mick double sent. That's not even my fault, Mick.
How the heck was I supposed to know?
Is it Nick with an N or Mick with an M?
Mick.
M.
M-I-C.
Like, oh, Mick, you're so fine. You're so fine. You blow my mind.
Yeah.
Hey, Mick.
If Mick didn't have any pronouns.
Sure.
No he, just Mick.
Got it.
Hey, Judges, you can say
The
my
Mick?
name. Here's some tweets from Bung. Almost none of them got any interaction, but they made me chuckle. Hopefully I format this right. Apologies in advance if not. How does one
Sorry for formatting on cell phone.
How does one do a French braid in a cute way and not a polygamous way?
There's no way they mean polygamist, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like a Mormon wife type beat.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
1s or 2s, Erica?
I would give that a 2.
My mom hated it. She spammed 2 so quick.
She doesn't fuck with the French braid slander.
I think it's funny. 3 likes, 1 reply. I think it's a pretty funny tweet.
Do the Mormons love their French braids?
I feel like when I picture,
Well, they usually have really long hair.
yeah, and I think like long hair, like mid back with a blue dress,
Okay.
kind of like what you were wearing at Olsen's party.
Yes. Okay.
Some
You don't
trad
like this
wifery
tweet
about.
because you're in it.
I don't like this tweet because I like French braids, and this felt derogatory towards French braids.
Okay.
She won't stand for that.
Okay.
And listen, if I could French braid my own hair, you'd be seeing me with French braids all the time.
Wait.
But unfortunately, I have to have Christian do it, and then I feel bad that I'm making him do it. So
We got Mick in the chat. The Mick that I said already
This is crazy.
sent in the tweets.
And they're calling you an absolute liar.
They're calling me a liar. They aren't calling me a truther. I'll read one. Well, Mick, I'll read your tweets and I'll let them tell me if I've read them before. The next tweet, though, from Janelle says, I think if I did a shot of Sky vodka with the Gatorade chaser, I'd literally time travel to 2016.
Yeah. I think
no.
no.
That must be a very specific situation because I've never had Sky vodka or Gatorade as a chaser, honestly.
Interesting.
So
all we drank in high school was UV Blue and Gatorade or Powerade. Mm-hmm. It's close, but it's so hyper specific, like you're saying, Erica.
it's too specific.
Yeah, it's super. And speaking of, a lot of 2s.
God, UV blue. Oh God,
Yeah.
I'm having Vietnam flashbacks to UV blue. Oh.
Somebody is excited in chat, by the way, about new Christian lore that you know how to French braid.
Yeah, I taught Christian how to French braid. Listen, I can French braid other people's hair, but I can't do my own. I end up doing a Dutch braid instead on my own self because I do it backwards.
Which is fucked up. Nobody likes a fucking Dutch braid.
Actually, I do like a Dutch braid. I think it's very pretty. However, my arms get tired, so I don't like to do it on myself.
That's why you're a princess.
That's correct.
A shop called Yesterday's Yarns, and it sells recycled yarn and used books.
I love that. Also, I wasn't done speaking.
Oh, I really felt like you were.
I wasn't.
Okay.
Thanks, Joshua. I did really like that tweet, though. That's a 1 from me.
I was just so excited for you to hear it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But I did teach Christian how to French braid, and I did it by like, I would hand him the pieces of my hair that were the next step. So
I can do
that's
it.
it. I'm done now. You can.
No, well, you can't go now because I'm going now.
Okay, it's Christian's turn. Actually, you
It's
need to
my
wait.
turn. So can you actually wait too?
I'm not wearing glasses, so it's really hard for me to see when you're done talking.
I can French braid Erica's hair if it's in the perfect condition, and if it's slightly out of the perfect condition, I complain the entire time.
Yes, and as do I because it hurts.
A lot of ones in chat for that last tweet, by the way. People love the yarns.
And the used books.
This one's 0.
Where do you get used yarn from?
The used yarn
It's
store.
recycled yarn, not used yarn.
How do you recycle yarn?
You tie it
You
all
take
together.
it to the yarn store.
Tie it all together. You take it to the yarn store.
Yeah.
Okay.
How can you believe in intelligent design when fainting while pooping is not an uncommon experience amongst humans?
There's not supposed to be fainting when you're pooping because there's a nerve in your booty hole that when you are pushing, that nerve gets triggered to slow your heart rate down so that you don't pass out.
So when you shit too hard, you trigger all the libs in your asshole? So we can own the libs by shitting too hard and passing out?
Sure.
Okay.
And you know, now that I'm saying that out loud, I'm probably making that up.
A lot of ones in chat.
I don't know. I
yeah.
feel like I've heard that before, though.
I have never heard of that. I've also never heard of passing out from shitting.
It's relatively common.
I thought that was only like when people, like I know Elvis died taking a shit, but isn't that just drugs?
I believe so.
Are people passing
He
out while
had a-
taking a shit they all have to be getting injured, right? Because they're
He had a
always
heart attack.
Yeah.
smashing their head against shit when they're passing out.
That's also probably
Well,
part of it.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Probably not shit. Sometimes shit, I guess, if it happens just right.
My mom says it's the vagus nerve.
Correct.
Okay. Cops
I
wish
think.
It's the longest nerve in your body.
the vagus nerve?
Yeah.
Depends on how big your ass is, huh?
No, I'm pretty sure that that's what it is.
You're getting on my vagus nerve.
You're getting on my fucking last nerve.
Is
I
that
hope
your
that's not
Vegas one?
nerve.
No.
Cops wish they were as useful as lifeguards.
That one, very true.
It's a 1 from me. A cab.
I think ACAB includes lifeguards.
Unfortunate. It depends.
I disagree.
It doesn't include lifeguards on a beach, but it does include lifeguards at a pool.
Okay.
Yes.
You know what? That feels right.
Unless it's a kid pool.
Okay.
But see, who's going to public pools but a majority of children?
Without a majority of questions? What? What did you say?
A majority of the people that are frequenting a
Oh.
public pool is
Yeah.
children.
Yeah, but when I'm a kid, I don't want a lifeguard there.
I don't want them whistling at me.
Tell
and
me not to
saying-
run.
Yeah, no running.
You kidding me?
Yeah.
Why are
These
they
legs were
all
built to
whistling
run.
at me? I don't want to be quick cat calling me.
Really unfortunate thing to be wearing while saying that.
Shit.
Last tweet from Janelle. I want every person who has ever said to me, "Wow, Janelle, you're so quiet," to stop and think just once, maybe I'm the loud one.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Damn.
Interesting. I enjoyed that. That was a good tweet. I feel like I have liked a lot of these tweets today.
There you go, Janelle. Oh, just today in general.
Yeah.
Wow.
Erica, I think we look back at the tape. I think it's just been Janelle you liked.
Yeah, we read a lot from Janelle. A lot of ones in chat for Janelle as well. Janelle,
Maybe
fan
I need
favorite.
to follow you on Twitter that I never go on.
This one, we'll go to mixed tweets. Maybe I've just read these, and that's why I thought we're in cahoots. You just don't know it yet.
I do live my life like that.
I do like that one, unfortunately.
Okay, 0 likes.
Ooh.
That's okay. Maybe you just don't have
Yeah,
you don't
no
have
one
the
cahooting
base
with you.
there.
We got ones rolling in.
I thought that was good.
Oh, Teo says 2. 2-0, really.
Teo, I've got a question actually, and I've been thinking about this because Olson's been really loving your uncle's books lately. And is your uncle okay? Because I just feel like he might not have had a great childhood. Because his art style is a little scary.
It is a little scary.
It is at the end of Oops, David. It's a jump scare, really.
Is that the one where it's like you flip the page and it's like him with his mouth wide open or something?
Yeah. And also I feel like his mom's constantly screaming at him in these books.
Oh,
So
that's just women.
That's just.
Where's I need a carrot.
Give me my carrot, bitch.
Whoa, easy on the art. Teo says yes, and he had a really good childhood.
Oh.
So he is okay.
Okay, that makes
He's
me feel
like-
better. Thank you, Teo.
He's like ellipses, remarkably well adjusted.
Oh, love that. Okay, then I'm not worried anymore.
Yeah.
I love that I get to know because I've been thinking about this for a hot minute. I'm not gonna lie.
Teo, you fucking piece of shit. More lore. To be fair, my grandma was a Democrat politician.
Okay.
Teo's he's got a silver spoon in his mouth. he's a senator's son.
He's a fortunate one.
Yeah, he's a fortunate one.
Well, I'm sure I've told you, Teo's aunt voice acted in Baldur's Gate 1 and 2.
What the fuck?
And also-
There's
He's
so
gotta
much
be making
lore.
this shit
And
up.
also
so much lore.
the same aunt that did that is the voice on Pretty Fly for a White Guy. The give it to me, baby. Oh my god. Yeah, that's Teo's aunt. Isn't that crazy?
Do you know Teo's uncle was Bender?
Really?
No.
Oh.
Teo just has so much insane lore. I had a friend in high school that was like this, not to the extent of Teo, but it's like one of those things where it's like every time you told a story, you're just like, shut the fuck up, dude. Like, you have too many stories for these all to be real life, and they're all so cartoonish. And then like you'll meet like his cousin, like, remember the time I babysat you and you opened the oven and it knocked your knee, it made your knees buckle and you sat down on the oven and you had a grill print on your butt? And it's like, that was a real story when you told me that? He cooked a pizza in the oven, pulled out the tray or the oven rack, and turned around, and he only had the door half open. And when he turned around, the oven door opened all the way, hit him in the back of the knees, buckled his knees, and he sat down on top of the pulled out oven.
Yeah.
Tray.
I got the picture painted the first time.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm sorry. Hey, I'm sorry. I thought this was live.
I think we all understood the concept of a butt going on an oven.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Bro, cooked to sass medium rare. Someone also said next episode we're gonna find out Teo is a Rockefeller. Hey, chat's popping off. I'll say that.
That would be nuts.
That last one from Mick, which I guess I just read. Sorry for putting that wrong onto you, Mick. You ever see someone and just hope to God they're getting their dick sucked on a regular basis?
No.
No, but you know what? There's a lot of people out there that I hope they're getting their dick sucked on a regular basis.
Like who?
Yeah.
I don't know. First off, Joe Biden. Am I right?
He deserves it. If anybody in this world, a lot of twos, a few ones. And to be fair to Mick says, I think the dick sucking one didn't bung because my Twitter audience is mostly other lesbians.
That's fair.
So does it make it better if Mick is a lesbian? And
No.
they said that?
I
No.
just didn't really like that tweet.
You've never gotten like
That would take Joe Biden out? Hey, what a way to go. What a way to go. Getting your shit sucked to death.
he would have one like sperm come out and it would come out and be his final spirit. It would be his little ghost coming out of him.
I love the idea of Joe Biden getting his dick sucked and he been into it and just being like, anyway, and then just like going off and doing something else. Like he forgot about it because he's so old, folks. That was an old.
Have you ever gone to Culver's and you order the chicken tenders and you accidentally get 5 chicken tenders instead of 4 chicken tenders?
No.
I'm hoping that guy gets his dick sucked afterwards. Is all I'm saying.
Whoever's manning the chicken tender account.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you offering?
No, I'm just hoping that good things come to him. They came to me because of him, and I hope the universe returns it back to them.
And the very last tweets that should have banged was sent in from Morgan. Skipping through a bunch of stuff. I realized the likes are blah, 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 blah. Also from memory, I tweeted a very topical tweet back when Elon Musk's baby's name was just announced, and I've written it below. It had received 1 like and a DM from a stranger telling me how funny it was.
Wow.
To get a DM is kind of nutty. So here we go. XAEA 12 implies the existence of XAEA 1 to 11.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I hate Elon Musk.
Hot take.
And mostly his naming convention. And then
Yeah.
there's other stuff after that I still hate him for.
A lot of ones. And then the one that they did send as an image is a person wearing a shirt. Is shirts that go hard tweet. And the shirt just says pizza slut and like the college church. And Morgan quoted it and said, You can't out pizza the slut.
I did like that.
Preach.
Morgan, hey, your tweets went off. A lot of ones in chat. We appreciate that. Is tweets that should have banged. I enjoy it every time.
I loved it.
Somebody comment, because last time I think we asked for feedback.
Yeah,
we were like,
somebody was
nobody's
like-
ever told us if they liked it or not. And somebody was like, I don't like it because it seems like none of them are that funny. And I'm like, yeah, that's what makes it funny to me.
Yeah.
Is when you really put in your all and effort into a joke and you just fall flat on your face. And then you have us assholes to be like, no, you suck.
I mean, here's the thing. It happens to us too. We just have a slightly bigger audience to give us sympathy likes.
I don't think I've ever made a bad joke, actually.
You know, when you put it like that,
Yeah.
I can't recall any time you made a bad joke either, because you probably deleted the tweet if it didn't perform in the first half hour.
I would never.
Oh my God, so
Holy
European.
shit. You are a British princess.
You were doing the right wave.
Thank you. For the audio only listeners, I used Princess Peach Wand as a cigarette holder. Hold her, really. I knew you'd like that one. That was for you.
Sig her at. Yeah. I sig her at until I smoke.
That cigarette holder is brat.
Unfortunately,
Yes.
very brat.
Yeah.
Thank you. I definitely still know what that means.
I definitely did the research, and I definitely know what that means now.
Oh, that's crazy. That episode's coming out way after this.
It's coming out in like 3 weeks, yeah.
Damn. It's not even going to be topical anymore by then.
Fuck. I didn't even think about that. I should have chose a future trend. I'm an idiot. Hey, after
You're just like out astroturfing like memes to try to get our podcast to line up with it 3 weeks out. Quick, everybody
I
tweet about
started that-
watermelons that look like balls. That way my circle jerk about fruit that look like genitalia pops off.
That's a good circle jerk idea.
Okay.
What?
You can have it.
I'll
Write that down. Write that down.
I've been canning fruit, and they all ends up all looking like genitalia. After every circle jerk, we have a listener submitted sound, and I'm praying, pleading with the universe that we haven't played this one before.
Is this anything? All of my canned fruit tastes like dick. I don't know why I keep pickling. Wait, no. Pickling it.
There's
I had
something
it.
there.
I
There's
had
something
it.
there. Keep workshopping.
They told
while
me
we
to
listen.
pickle my canned fruit, and I said, I don't know. I don't want it to taste like dick. Anything?
No.
Okay, all right.
Turns out there wasn't something there. I'm sorry. I encouraged you to keep going.
Hey, I've never listened to this one. I'm sure it's good.
A real friend would have told you to shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up, Josh! Shut the fuck up, Josh! Shut the fuck up!
A real friend would have said this.
Good one, Joshua.
Yeah.
Well, I couldn't hear that, so I don't feel like it existed.
Cool. Yeah.
I don't know what that said either.
Cool.
Oh,
Read your freaking store or sound, bud.
Yay! I'm just letting you guys do a little bit of chit and chat. Hello, Judgies. My name is Kimchi, and you can say it because it's not my real name.
okay.
This is the ukulele waltz by Brian Hunt, played by me.
Speaking of waltz, really quick. Did you know that last night they did at the Ravinia Fest, they did the planets again?
I did not know that.
Yeah. One of the girls that was a contact tracer during COVID for me was like, hey, I have tickets and I remember you saying that you liked this if you want to go. And I was like, I do want to go, but we have to record.
That's very sweet that they remember that about you.
Yeah. Because I literally said, that's one of my favorite orchestral pieces. And she's like, I remembered you said that. It's like, that was 4 years ago. What do you mean?
I mean, that's a pretty niche like thing to share with someone, I feel like.
She's
Yeah.
also fucking with Gustav Holst.
She
Yeah.
is.
She goosed on my Holtz
Till I
waltz.
Jupiter.
Apparently, she remembered me telling her that was what we did for my 18th birthday.
That is what we did. First part of the
Really
sound
cool.
is what?
Sorry, I was just saying that it was really cool.
First part of the sound is me finding the right chord. I thought I should include it to show that everyone is human and makes mistakes.
That's so
Also, I don't know how to cut it out. Pee-pees and poopies, kimchi.
How long is this? It's just like a 7-minute.
30 seconds.
Okay.
That was gorgeous, and it gave me Adventure Time vibes, which I love.
Anything Uke does, really.
Yeah.
Can I say something?
Of
Say
course.
it.
What the hell? Oh, my God. No way. Yeah.
Two soundboards does absolutely go nutty. We might need to invest in this.
Yeah. Is that getting picked up on something?
Yeah, I get my
Or is it
desktop-
just-
I got my desktop audio on there.
Okay, cool. I was like, I hope that's not just supposed to be going through your speakers getting picked up on a microphone.
Nope.
Are you asking me? I can see chat from across the room here. Are you asking me what my favorite planet is in the piece or in general? Like what my favorite planet is in space?
I'm guessing the piece contextually.
Oh, Mars.
And in space.
Jupiter.
Interesting.
Those are the two best songs on.
Yes. Mars goes so fucking hard.
Here's a lot of bars in there.
There's a lot of bars on it.
Yeah. It's really good.
And after listener submitted sound, we also do a listener submitted story.
Oh, yeah. I forgot that's my episode.
So if you want to send in either of those, judgiespod@gmail.com. Thank you.
I
My
have.
favorite planet's Uranus.
It's actually pronounced Uranus.
Urine is what? Tasty? I agree.
Crazy.
Okay.
Good one,
So
Joshua.
anyway,
Prove it.
listeners, I have run out of personal stories sent to me on Instagram.
That's crazy.
Just so you know. So I randomly scrolled through our listener submitted story Gmail folder, and this is what you get. Okay.
You should have just gone into the Josh read. If you just dip into the Josh read a little bit.
What the? If you, I
didn't.
I do not need double dips into the Josh to read folder.
If you just
Wouldn't
go
it
there
be
once
triple
in a
dips
while.
because you dip in there too?
I stay. I sort of.
You're swimming.
Yeah, I'm swimming in there. I'm not taking a dip.
Okay. Got
I exist in the context of the Josh to read.
Gotcha. Anyway, the title is. Are you gonna do your bit?
What an insane demand ask.
I was just asking. I was pausing.
Are
I said, are we doing?
Are we reading?
I was
titles?
Oh, are we
Title.
reading titles? Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna give it to you, but
Very
apparently-
natural. Very natural.
Anywho, my friendship is on the rocks due to her trash husband. Hi, Judgies.
Hello.
Hello.
Did we get a name?
You can call me Jewel.
Hey, Jewel. Love your Osco.
It's
She
actually
want an
spelled
Osco?
like the vape.
Oh, run those then. Run the jewels.
Jewel
My joke is better.
Blinkerton.
That's their last name. Now we have to bleep it.
Shit.
Jewel Benjamin. Hit the blinky.
This is my first time submitting a story. I've been a listener for about a year now, thanks to my good friend who recommended you guys as a podcast to listen to.
We love pluggers.
I was pregnant at the time and was obsessed with listening to podcasts. I look forward to you guys every Monday and absolutely adore Rick.
This
Thank
is
you.
fucked up.
How did they spell it?
Rick.
Yeah, there's really only one way to spell
Yeah,
it.
that sucks.
This may be a long one, and I know you guys aren't a big fan of long ones, but what the hell? I feel like I have to get this off my chest.
We're not fans of long ones because we get emails all the time of like, sorry if this was long or whatever. If all of it's good
Yeah.
and it happens to be long, that's great.
Especially if it's like spread out a little bit. It's
Yeah.
not just like one
Wall.
super long wall of text.
Unfortunately, with the longer ones, a lot of the times they could have been shorter.
You get caught up in the details.
And if I'm looking at stories, I often will judge a book by its cover. And I will say that's too long. I don't want to read it. But I will say on this week's Patreon episode, I do have a couple freaking Bibles.
Okay. This all started in 2022 when me and my husband had to live in different states due to our jobs. My apartment was too much for me to handle financially, so I had a good friend of mine moving in with me. We'll call her a V name.
There's like three.
Vicky.
Oh, I agree.
I was gonna. Can we go with like Veruca? Because I feel like Vicky might actually be the name.
Why did you ask us then? If you had a name that you wanted to say,
Well, I didn't. Is the thing.
okay.
But then you gave me the most common V name for a woman.
That's not what I would have picked. Vivian would have been what I would have picked, which I feel like is more common than Vicky.
I was thinking Venus, and then I pivoted. I didn't want to go back to the planets again. I didn't want to bring that whole thing.
Someone says Vanellope. How about that?
Vanilla.
Vanessa is also way more common. Vignetta.
Vignetta.
Vinny for long.
We're gonna go with Vanillope.
Okay. Vera, like the Wang, Viridian, Valerie. A lot of V names.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Viral. Virus. Virusa.
Ooh, Virus. That's a beautiful name.
Vanellope. We'll call her Vanellope. She and her ex-boyfriend moved in with me, and it was a pretty good time. Come early 2023, my husband and I were surprised to find out that I'm pregnant. I needed to move into a new home, and my friend had broken up with her boyfriend. We decided to move in together again, and she'll help me throughout my pregnancy. This is kind of where all the problems started. I was violently ill and I couldn't do much. So up until I was 20 weeks, I just kept my room and didn't really try to move about. Worried that I was going to make a mess. Vanellope started to bring over this guy, L name?
Landon.
Whatever you want, Erica.
Lucius.
Yuck.
What's crazy is we've used that before.
Have we?
Really?
Absolutely.
No way.
You have said Lucius before.
Big Batman fan. Dark Knight fan.
Oh.
Larry, Liam,
Lionel.
Laszlo, Lane, Ludwig, Luigi. Luigi is fun.
I fear we have used that one as well. So I'm going to
Lashua.
go with
Lishkin. Lyric.
Levi.
Levi. Ew. I only know one Levi in real life, and he sucked hard.
Oh, yeah? You know from experience?
I can't believe you would even let him think about that. If he were my husband, that would stress me out. Thank you. Long walk, but
I was about to say, oh no, we need to bleep that name, but I get it now. Levi Strauss is the jean company.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was a perfect fit, really.
Anywho, Vanellope started bringing over this guy, Levi, from her. I was going to say that Levi is short for Leviathan, but sure. From her church group. At first, he was nice, and I didn't mind him coming in and out.
Okay.
Damn.
In and out of Vanellope, maybe. Vanellope saying that he was too weird for her, and I'm sorry.
That tracks with a name like Levi. That tracks 100%.
My friend was also not originally interested in him. Vanellope saying that he was too weird for her and a bit much. He very much had a crush on her and relentlessly pursued her. He would mow our lawn, do the dishes, borrow our stove to cook his meal preps, as well as clean stuff with harsh chemicals, which made me super ill.
Oh.
I feel bad that I couldn't do much and was grateful that he was there to help my roommate. That was my first mistake. Eventually,
he says it just cleans better if you use bleach and ammonia.
Eventually, after a couple weeks, she gave in and they started dating. I didn't really have anything held against him, so I didn't mind if he had a key to our house. That was my second mistake. I started to not have my peace or privacy in my own home. That took a toll on my mental health while being pregnant. I felt bad throwing up in the mornings because of the noises I would make. At the same time, I felt like I was drowning with judgment from him. He's your typical white trad Christian who had done all the bad things while he was young, and then when he was ready to settle down, he starts repenting.
Solid born again.
Yeah.
He became judgmental towards me and my younger sister, who I had taken under my wing at that time. My sister moved in too, also to help me because my roommate stopped helping me. Levi would hit my dog and throw my cat when I wasn't around.
Brother.
Throw your cat? Is that what you said?
Yep.
Holy.
He also would say things about me when I wasn't home. I put up with this for a while. Go ahead.
How long did you know about this and then let him still come to your house? I feel like I learned that he threw my cat or hit my dog, and it's like, never again. He's not coming over ever again.
Yeah. I put up with this for a while.
Hope you learned about this posthumously.
This post is not very humorous. Lee, bye.
I put up with this for a while until my son was born. He would slam stuff around to the point where I had to confront him and ask him why he was angry. He would complain about little things like he wants the toilet cleaned more, even though he had the most awful protein poops and stopped doing the chores once he married my friend. at what point did they fucking get married, and why didn't they get their own fucking house?
My dad just said something that in context still is insane to say. He said Levi gets no dick sucking.
You're correct, Billy. He does not.
It took me a second to remember
We talked
about someone wanting to get their dick sucked.
wishing it upon others. Wishing you well. Hope your dick gets sucked.
By that time, he had lived with us for about 5 months. He kept being more and more aggressive and loud to the point where I would have to yell at him and we would fight. Vanellope always tried to be the mediator, apologizing for him, but it just made me so mad that she was apologizing and he was being petty. His excuse for his actions was that he's stressed out and he's still dealing with his past demons. Go talk to your preacher then. Go to confession. Or whatever.
Confessional.
Sure.
Born again Catholics are extra scary.
Yeah.
Because it's like, why'd you choose the only Christian denomination that is known for like child sexual abuse? Like, how about you born again into Protestantism? I don't know.
Like, I can't even with this man. He wants to have as much children as he can with my friend, but he can't even respect my own child's sleep without slamming doors just to make me angry. I worry what he will do to my friend when they are sleep deprived with a baby. They finally had moved out in springtime of this year. I honestly feel so relieved. I'm not going to lie, I hate this man. He was rude to me and my sister. He beat my animals when I wasn't home. And my friend still thinks he's the greatest man on earth. He's your typical nice guy. His wedding vows to my friend were literally, the moment I laid eyes on you, Vanellope, you were going to be my wife. Ew.
I mean, that's the
true
least
love.
That's the least offensive thing he said.
Yeah, honestly. Honestly, it is.
She was dating her ex still at that time and was not interested in Levi at all. This was such an ick to me. I am glad he is gone and I never want to see him again. Now I'm at a dilemma. I love my friend dearly and don't want to lose her, but her husband is so gross and awful that I can't stand to be around him. She keeps reaching out to me, asking my baby and me to come over and hang out with her, but I just can't. May that man rot in hell. Anyways, do with this as you will, Judgies. Thanks for listening. Love you all, Jewel.
Also living.
Also living.
Yes.
How could you ever reasonably expect your kid to be safe around him?
Yeah.
When he's
Correct.
actively injuring your pet.
Yeah, animals. Yeah. That's it's like the serial killer thing where it's like,
Yeah.
he's just like one step away from hitting a kid.
Yeah.
If he's throwing a cat, it's like it's not a crazy logical leap here.
No, that's a very scary person to be around.
Also, how soon did they get married? If he lived there for 5 months, but like he also is only talking to her at most 9 months before that, because it was until you gave birth. So that's a crazy quick marriage too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, how'd your friend find him? Was she also going to the same church?
Church group. That's what they said.
Bad news.
Yeah.
I should say not always,
Well, most of the time.
Most of the time.
but
Well, that's how I felt. We do sand volleyball, and a few weeks ago when we were playing, there's like a church group came and like repainted all like the park benches and stuff, and it's like,
well,
I'm
3
glad
people did it while like 25 sat and watched.
That's true. It's like, I am glad you are doing this for the community, but it's like, I know the church group that this is, and it's like, you guys are so hateful. You are such a hateful church group. It's like,
Yeah.
it was like giving me like whiplash of like cognitive whiplash. I'm like, oh my God, people that think gay people should burn in hell, but they're also like taking time out of their day to do something, I guess, nice.
Yeah. Did the bench, did they need to be painted?
No, not
Probably
really.
not.
Yeah. So it's like one of those things where it's like, it looks good that they're doing it.
Yeah.
So I don't know, maybe take that money and
Yeah.
you could probably put that money to something more useful than that.
Yeah. But part of it, honestly, is like made me be like, I wish there was a way to get a community going. I was jealous that they could get a group to do this, but I would like to do it without having church involved.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
That's fair.
That's so hard to do.
Yeah.
Okay, ready for the next story?
Yeah.
I tried to get my frickin' bowling league to do, and they said, Strike on that, brother.
They said, spare me the details.
My God. And we
Got her idea.
You look like a real turkey right now. That's 3 strikes in a row.
He's heating up. Am I the asshole for not getting tattoo removal procedure to remove my child's dead name from my body?
Kat comes in and says, Peach reminds me of the one time I stole your star.
Do you guys play Mario Party?
Oh, fuck. Now I remember.
Ban him.
Kat, you will be banned. I'm very sorry.
Yeah, at least a timeout at minimum. Why did you
You
bring
were
up those
upset
scars?
with Kat for months. Because
Well,
we
not
played
actually, but
we played Mario Kart and
Mario Party.
Mario Party does
and
that to
you were
friends.
winning, and
I-
then at the last second.
Had so many stars, and Cat fucking stole them all.
All right,
I'm
sorry.
so mad.
I feel like Mario Party breaks more friendships than Monopoly does.
I would agree with that. Anywho, this one is from Becky on Instagram. Am I the asshole for not getting tattoo removal procedure to remove my child's dead name from my body?
Becky with the jeans.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Precisely that one.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
I am 36 female. I have 2 daughters. One of them came out as trans a year ago. Let's call them Maria, 17, and Anna, 15, my trans child. I would like to start by saying that when Anna came out, I had no problem so long as her transition didn't come in the way of school or grades. The problem, however, is I have Anna's dead name tattooed on my body. I have had the tattoo since she was a toddler. It's pretty visible as it's on my neck. And every time Anna sees it, she gets visibly upset. She's told me she's looked into tattoo removal surgery and recommended that I get it removed or covered up with her new name. While I do have the money for it, I do not think it's something I want to deal with. After all, it's just a tattoo, and I don't think I should have to get it removed to show my love and dedication for this new identity. Anna, however, has accused me of not taking her seriously. And there's a button covering the next word. Truly loved or cared that I get it removed. I do understand getting the tattoo removed or covered would show dedication, but I truly do not see it as necessary. I think she's being absolutely ridiculous pushing this issue. I'm an adult after all and can make decisions about my own body just as she can. This issue has put a strain on our relationship, and now she barely looks at me these days.
Oh boy.
You're holding on to something that they're trying to not be remembered as, or like,
Yeah.
it's literally just a name. Like, why? I mean, a rose by any other name would smell just as sweet. Why the fuck do you care if the name is tattooed on you?
Yeah.
Or I'm not saying that to the kid. I'm saying that to the mom. Like, change the fucking name.
Well, the fact that she's like, it's not a money thing. I just don't want to deal with it.
Yeah.
Is like, that's unfortunate. It'd be one thing if they like,
Couldn't
if her
afford
child,
it,
if she couldn't afford it and the child's like, like being very upset and like, I don't know, feels like the relationship's being damaged because of this, but like something you can't afford. But you're being like, no, I could easily do this. I'm just not really. I'm not feeling it.
Yeah, that seems like you don't actually care.
Yeah.
Even though you're saying that you are, it just feels like you're not actually.
It feels like if a trans person came out to their parents and they changed their name from like Jake to, Anna, we'll just say, and the parent would be like, I respect your transitioning, but I will always remember you as like the little Jake.
Yeah.
It's like, well, then you don't respect the
Correct.
transitioning because
Yeah.
I'm telling you that was still Anna. You were just using the wrong name at the time.
Yes.
That's crazy. Very, very crazy.
Do we think tattoo removal or cover up? I think you got to go with cover up. Because isn't tattoo removal extremely expensive?
I think I have no.
Well, apparently they're rich, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Oh.
Go ahead.
You got it.
I feel like a cover up would be better than removal at this point.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, even if you want it, hey, here's a trick to parenting. You could just lie. You could have just said, "Oh yeah, eventually, I'll have to figure it out," and then at least your daughter would have respected you a little bit more.
Yeah.
I mean, like, come on. Like, but like, and someone is pointing out here, like, they're saying, like, as an adult, I can choose. It's like, yeah, you're also a parent, and you also can choose to respect your children's wishes, and it's just ink on skin.
Yeah.
Like, it's just such a it's just such a not issue for. It shouldn't be an issue to the mom.
Yeah,
it should be an immediate, like, okay, yeah, I understand. You're telling me, I totally get it. If this helps you go through this extremely life-altering, strenuous, like, identity forming, like, thing to feel more accepted, then I'll do it. That's easy.
Yeah.
No problem. It's if money is not an issue at all, there's no reason not to do it.
Agreed. All right, I've got one last one for you guys.
Boo.
I mean, I do have more if you want more, but that's up to you.
No, we're already running long.
This is from Dolly on Instagram.
Parton?
I wish.
Speaking of Dolly Parton, it's not related to her at all. But one of our reels got liked today by Jamila Jamil.
Really?
Yeah. And
That's crazy.
She didn't follow us, but she is probably one of the biggest celebrities I've seen that has liked one of our Instagram reels.
Which one was it?
It actually was a pretty recent one. You were reading.
I hope you follow us back.
First of all, we don't follow Jamila Jamil.
That's crazy that she has seen me. She's nuts.
She said some. Isn't that weird?
She said some shit.
Weird.
Uh-oh.
She had some pretty. Actually, it was like a thing with trans people. Back in like 2022 or 20. It was during COVID when everybody was going crazy. She said some kind of crazy shit on Twitter. It wasn't like super anti-trans, but it was like somebody who clearly is not very knowledgeable on it speaking as if she was.
Okay.
Type beat.
Gotcha.
But she's a very vocal person, so I'm sure she's had a lot of misses and a lot of hits.
Well, if you're listening to this now, I loved The Good Place.
Yeah.
I loved it so much. That's one of my all-time favorite TV shows.
It's a great show.
So good. From Dolly,
I feel like I'm missing out now. I only watched the first season with you.
I don't think I've cried more at a TV show than
the ending of
the
that
finale
show.
Of,
What? I need to watch
shit.
this.
Dude, the ending of The Good Place. I just got chills thinking about it.
Yeah. It's so fucking good.
It's so good.
The perfect ending, truly.
Yeah. I mean, the show, like any show, towards the end got a little like stuck in the mud where it's like, I mean, after the first season, it was like, I mean, where do you go from here? And they did good for a couple seasons. And then towards the end, it was just a little bit like, okay. But holy fuck, did they nail the ending of that show?
Yeah, no,
How many seasons are there?
I disagree with your middle statement there. I thought the entire thing from start to finish was perfection.
Yeah, very funny show. Very, very funny.
We were working on
Incredible.
5 seasons, 6 seasons,
That sounds about right. 5 sounds right.
24 episodes ish.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you that.
I think they're only 30-minute episodes.
How am
Anyway,
I
can
gonna
I
watch
fucking
this?
read the story?
I
Oh my
guess.
God. Fine.
Am I the ass?
What the hell? Oh my God, no way,
I did it for the listeners. I did it for you guys.
Somebody earlier did ask for the courage running sound effect.
Uh-huh. Am I the asshole for breaking up with my girlfriend because she changed her looks to resemble my dead wife?
Wow.
Why is your wife dead? Did you kill her because you hated how she looked?
You guys don't have to wait and find out. I, 35 male, was married to Laura for 7 years. Have I read this already?
I don't think
This
so.
does not sound familiar.
Okay. We have a son who is 10 now. She was the light of my life. We were both 28 when we found out she had a rare form of cancer. She passed away 5 months later.
Wow.
This crushed me, and I was left drowning in my grief for a long time afterwards. My son and I have been attending therapy weekly ever since. It's been tough, but I feel like we've made a lot of progress. I didn't feel up to another relationship for quite a while. I've filled my time with hobbies, friends, and spending time with my son and my family. Then, a little over a year ago, I met Kayla, 33 female, at a work event. Okay, so they were 28. How many years is that?
28 plus what?
He's 35 now.
7.
Was he 28 before?
He was
Yes.
28 when they found out.
Yeah. So 6, 7 years. Is
Okay.
that not enough?
I mean, Christian's not ever allowed to find love again if I die.
But you can fuck.
So, no.
What?
You can get fucked?
Oh, you're not hoping that I get my dick sucked once you're dead?
No, actually, I hope you remain celibate. We met Kayla at a work event. We shared a hobby that's pretty niche where I live, so we had a great time chatting about it. Eventually, we began to go out together. She's great, but differing from my wife. I love her for who she is as an individual. I was hesitant at first, but after speaking with my therapist, I decided to try for a committed relationship if we took it slow. At first, she was amazing. I told her about my past and that my son comes first, even before our first official date. She was very compassionate and understanding about everything. After a few months of smooth sailing, I decided to introduce her to my son, and they got along great as well. For the first time after Laura's death, I could start to see a possible future with someone else. Everything started to go downhill around 4 months ago. She seemed to be a bit more distant than usual, so I sat down with her one night to ask her what was wrong.
Ugh.
She teared up a bit.
Yuck.
And confessed that she felt I had been neglecting her lately. She then said that she feels like I'm using her as some replacement for my dead wife. This came as a total shock. A part of me will always love Laura, but I didn't feel like I was ignoring Kayla or anything. I asked for some specific examples, but she didn't say much afterwards. I felt guilty that I had made her so upset, so I ended up apologizing and arranged for us to have a few more date nights, and she seemed happy again. Then, a couple weeks later, she had to go to a cousin's wedding. I couldn't attend because of work, but she was only gone for a day. When she got back, I asked for some pictures, but she just said there hadn't really been any of her. I thought it was a bit strange, but didn't pry.
Hang on, Erica. We are getting ads right now, and people are so invested.
Okay.
People are so invested. So let's wait a second.
We just not get hit with the ads.
How soon can you find someone after Christian kicks the bucket? What's the years here?
I also feel like I will remain unmarried and not in a
You
relationship.
can't get your shit sucked either?
I'll let you get your shit sucked.
I will probably be a big old slut and sleep around a lot.
What? I don't get to get my dick sucked, and you
No.
get to be a slut.
Yeah, I feel like that's fair.
But you can't fall in love.
False.
No, it's not fair, and I'm okay with that.
I've actually accepted. I've accepted I'm a hypocrite on this stance. So
Okay, she started crying in bed. People are back from the ads.
I just want to know what's the score on the Badman game right now. Someone please let me know.
Yeah,
the score on the
somebody
Badman.
please update us on the badminton match. Thank you.
What badminton match? It's like Olympics.
Olympics.
Okay.
I got a lot of
Okay, I
action on it. We could be losing our fucking house on this, Erica.
That's not even funny to joke about. I didn't know if there was some other internet thing that I wasn't aware of, but I understand the Olympics.
Okay.
Let me know what's
And
going
I
on with
do
my
know-
baddies out there.
I hated that. Actually,
That's
you know
what
I lied. I kind of liked it. I kind of liked it. Anywho, at first she was made told her about my all started to go downhill. I was using her as some kind of a replacement. Felt guilty that I had made her upset, so I ended up apologizing and arranged for us to have a few more date nights, and she seemed happy again. Then, a couple weeks later, she had to go to a cousin's wedding. I couldn't attend because of work, but she was only gone for a day. When she got back, I asked for some pictures, but she said there were not really any of her. I thought it was a bit strange, but didn't pry. Then the next day, a coworker of mine showed me one off of a private page on Facebook. I was shocked to see an expensive pair of my wife's earrings on Kayla. In my son's room, there's a small cupboard with pictures of him and his mom, letters from her, and some of her prized jewelry. I checked it as soon as I came home, and the earrings were returned to the cupboard, but in a different spot. I confronted her, and she
Ghost.
got mad. Oh, I see what you're saying.
A ghost moved the
moved
earrings.
it. The ghost of
Because
Laura.
she surely isn't that big of a piece of shit.
Right. I confronted her and she got mad, yelling at me for assuming she'd be so careless as to lose or damage the earrings.
Obviously, it was a ghost.
I told her I was just hurt. She'd go behind my back and take something with sentimental value, even if they were beautiful. She eventually broke down and apologized, and after serious talk about boundaries, we moved on. Things improved for a while before her strange behavior started. It began with her changing her hair color to match my wife's. My wife had naturally light blonde hair that a lot of women dye their hair to today. So while I thought it was strange, I wrote it off as a beauty choice.
Did she also commonly wear a pink dress and a blue sapphire pendant and a little fake 2D crown on their head? And have
She
a little
also
wand?
Pink elbow length gloves and carry a gold.
You were dating Princess Peach and now you're dating
no.
Daisy.
Now I lost my spot.
That's my fault. I'm a piece
Sorry.
of shit.
You piece of shit. My wife had naturally dyed hair. Then she began regularly straightening her hair. She has wavy hair and my wife's hair was pinned straight. She also started to change her clothes to be more like my wife's, or at least the ones she's seen in pictures. She also had her ears double pierced and got a cartilage piercing like my wife had.
What is double pierced? Is that both in the lobe?
It's
Yes.
just like two.
Like the ones that I have. You see it?
Oh, yeah, I guess, yeah.
That's a double piercing.
Yeah. I guess in my head there wouldn't be enough real estate on the lobe, but
yeah.
there definitely is.
Turns out there is.
Oh, yeah. You can get you can pierce your entire ear cuff.
Right. Well, I understand like a cartilage piercing. I just
You can do it like
Oh,
1, 2,
you're
3,
talking
4,
oh.
5. Like you can go all the way around.
Oh, wait, what's cartilage then? I guess I don't understand cartilage piercing.
Yeah, I guess on the
In
top
my
of your
head,
ear.
the top is cartilage. Is that
Hold
incorrect?
on, let me show you. Ear piercing chart.
I'm looking for somebody to match my wife. Is that something there? Is there a joke there? What's the Match My Freak song?
Oh, Match My Freak is what you're looking for?
I mean, there's just a million.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I'm not
He
blind.
can't read chat, but he
It's
can
fine.
see that.
It's fine. I understand. Ears are kind of weird, huh?
Uh-huh.
Good joke. Thank you. Whoever said good joke? Thank you.
See, Melissa.
Okay. Anywho, whoop-dee woo. She had her double pierced ear and got a cartilage piercing like my wife had. This was all incredibly unnerving, but she just said I was crazy. I'd asked my family and they said I was nuts too, so I just ignored it.
Nuts, too.
Then she brought up
Bad.
Even more ropes.
my son calling her mama.
Ooh.
I said I wasn't a huge fan of the idea, but if my son wanted it, I suppose it would be fine. She went on a whole rant about how it was different because he called my wife mommy, so it's not like she's stealing a title. He said no, and she was a bit cold to him. I had to switch
Who said
to the
no?
next page. The son. He said
Okay.
no, and she was a bit cold to both of us for days. She seemed like a totally different woman than the one I fell in love with.
Yeah, it's your ex-wife. Makes sense that she's cold. She's been dead for years.
No.
Not ex-wife. Dead wife.
It's still an ex-wife.
No.
Are you married to her anymore?
Yes.
It's like a Marine.
What? Huh? Okay.
It actually explains it all.
Everyone around me just said I was probably nervous since it's my first relationship after Laura's death. The final straw was when she got a tattoo that was almost the exact same as my wife's. It was in the same spot, same color, just with a slightly different design.
It's my son's dead name.
And that was my final straw.
She took that dead name tattoo to her grave.
God damn.
I sat her down and confronted her a week ago with everything. At first, she denied it all, but then broke down into tears and said I never loved her. She said that she felt like she had to live up to the memory of a ghost. This upset me because I had asked her before what I did specifically, and she wouldn't discuss it. Plus, she was the one being weird and copying Laura. She kept sobbing and saying I didn't love her. I got so sick of it, I yelled at her saying that if she felt so unloved, then we should just break up. I honestly do like her, but I've seen how miserable she has been lately, and I don't think this relationship is good for her mental health. She got dead silent and just left and drove away. I was just so tired of everything.
Dead
Yikes.
silent.
Ooh, too soon.
Just like his wife.
Trigger warning for self-harm.
Uh-oh.
Later that night, she tried to commit with pills and barely survived. She has no living family, so I was listed as her emergency contact. She wrote a long letter to me saying she loves me so much, but obviously I don't feel the same, and that maybe if she was dead too, I'd love her even a fraction of how much I loved my dead wife.
Oh, she is. Yeah, she needs. Yeah, that's.
I'm distraught over this. She's been so strange lately, but before all of this, I really did love her. My mom and siblings keep on saying that I'm awful for pushing her to this point, and that instead of ending it, I should have doubled down in reassuring my love for her.
No.
What are they all fucking marriage counselors?
They all got along great with her and had been hinting that they wanted us to get married so my son would have a mother again and possibly some siblings. I didn't think I was the asshole, but my whole family is being cold to me and I have no idea what to do. They're saying I should go visit as soon as possible and support her with this to rekindle our relationship. I'm not sure if I want to do that. She's so unhappy with me and seems obsessed over my dead wife. I keep on thinking this over and wondering if I should have reassured her of my love again or broken up with her in a more tactful way. I'm sorry this is long. My brain's still scrambling from the whole thing and I'm rambling.
Yikes.
The fact that, like, I don't like that anyone, especially the husband, but like, I don't like the fact that anyone in his family would say your son needs a new mom. No. He had a mother. He doesn't need a new mother.
Yeah.
You can be there and you can play a motherly role, but I don't even like the idea of him calling her mom.
Well, it's up to the kid, right? Like, obviously, stepmoms are moms.
Sure.
But that's not for the step girlfriend at this point to choose.
That's what I mean.
It's for the kid to decide if he's ready to do that.
Like, I feel like they weren't even dating that long
Yeah.
for all of this to be happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I would just blame the kid, really. You know what? It's his fault.
Yep, you're
He
right.
should have never actually accidentally called her mama.
Child is an absolute idiot.
I've been saying that.
Been saying it.
I've been saying that. Yeah, it very clearly, like, unless, of course, he's being untruthful or leaving stuff out, like, it very clearly seems like she just spiraled off of her own, like, psychosis and just, yeah, she needed help a long time ago. And
And
Yeah.
I truly do think that would be a hard relationship to be in. You know, like if somebody were to, I'm rambling, dating somebody that has a dead wife would be difficult, I think.
well,
Yeah.
sure, yeah. There's a lot of emotions you have to process on both ends.
Yes. And probably a lot of pressure too. Like you
Yeah.
do feel like you might have to live up to whatever expectations that she set
Yeah.
to begin with, or whatever standards she set.
Yeah. Can I say something?
Let's hear it.
I don't know if now was the time for my dad to make another dick sucking joke. But he did. And he asked, is she sucking his dick?
Willie a dog! Willie a dog!
I don't know if that was the right time.
I mean, maybe he's got a point. Maybe he would love her more if she was
she
sucking
got
dick.
down and I feel like the thing is, if she did start sucking his dick, she would be like, is this how your ex-wife did it? Your late
Oh my
wife
God.
did it.
See, and I just can't handle that.
Well, that's a thing with you not having dated, or Christian not having dated anybody else. Like, that's a whole other thing. You know what I mean? Us normies, we understand the concept of sexual history. And yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, flux.
So, I fuck.
Sure.
Canonically. On this
Canonically.
podcast.
Your parents are listening. That's weird to say.
They know I fuck.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Come on! Do you think my parents think I'm a fucking loser?
Well, you have a child, so they know that you're not, but you,
What about me?
nothing.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
Hey,
Nothing.
jury's still out there.
Unfortunately, a lot of ones for my dad in chat right now. A lot of people are pro my dad.
This actually sucks to hear.
Really
He's actually
bad
getting
for his ego.
positive feedback. He's getting a lot of positive feedback.
Angel, I'm so sorry.
He's actually he's registering his own podcast right now. This is terrible news for us.
Yeah, this story was so depressing. It really sucks for the guy, especially with all of his family and support system like continuing to gaslight him
Yeah.
into just being like, you're the one pushing her to self-harm. You're the one who like decided to break up with her instead of like giving into her like unwell demands. Like,
Yeah.
that sucks. It sucks that nobody in your life was like, hey, you're right. She does need professional help.
No,
Yeah.
for sure.
So,
Because she does.
yeah. Well, and that's it, folks. We're going to head on over to patreon.com/JudgiesPod for
Weekly bonus episode.
we will not be live streaming that, but it will be live on Monday. That's right. The fastest turnaround in podcast history, and which means I will not be editing it. It will be one single shot. I might cut air out. We'll see. But it will be an
Hey, we're
extra
going to
long
Birdman it? We're
Yes.
going to one-shot the entire
are.
thing?
So, folks, if you wanted to listen to that, the episode that we do with these costumes on will actually be the monthly episode as well. It's the last
Ooh.
episode of every month. So, if you want to hear that, it'll be on Monday at 12:01 a.m. Central Daylight Time.
Central Standard
Central
Time.
Standard Time, whichever one it is.
It is Central Standard.
Erica, where else can they find us?
On the internet, wherever you're at, we are probably there too. Probably. And our handle is most likely at Judgies Pod, JDGIES Pod.
And Christian, you want to say thank you? Any kind words?
Thank you for being here, listeners.
I meant to me for sort of setting it up.
Your mewing is really paying off.
Can you do a cat meow or whatever cat made things? people do?
We do need to get you a video of you hitting the Luddy.
The
Ooh,
what?
The Luddy?
Yeah.
The
I
what?
could get a video of me hitting the Luddy. I'm not going to be able to hit the Luddy, but I'm going to try my darndest.
It's not hard.
I don't know what that. Oh.
It's a dance move. Dance craze,
my
honestly,
wand.
if one could be.
Is Molly biting her butt?
No,
No,
she's being
okay.
such a cute little.
Well, thank you everybody for hanging out in the stream. I'll see you next week.
We love having you here.
Toodaloo. Bye-bye. Is that good?
Yeah.
Oh, Mario. Did she say that?
I don't know.
I'm hoping the latency there really lines up my kiss with the beat.
There shouldn't be any latency.
Fuck, that's
Yeah.
awful to hear.
I can put this finger back onto my finger. My glove.
The judges love you.
Bye.
Bye.